What's going on, Fortnite fans? My name's Luke-thenotable, and in this video, I'll be showing you how I unlocked Eternal Night in one day. Like every other season, when I do this challenge, we're gonna be buying the Battle Bundle. It gives you a little head start, and it isn't really possible without it. I'm also not gonna be unlocking Aquaman because he's trash and should feel bad. But you know, I'm also a little trash because I haven't played all season, even on my main account. Not one bit. Well, I played 20 games right at the start of the season, but compared to how much Fortnite I have been playing, that's basically nothing. This might be an uphill battle. The really good news is, because I haven't played any Fortnite, the game thinks I'm terrible and new, so I'm playing against a bunch of total noobs. I experienced this phenomenon last season on my second account. And again, Epic, please don't ban me. It's your terrible system. Anyway, game 1 of this series is always a little crazy. There's so many things that are challenges that you can pretty much do anything. And after a long, hard day of killing my fellow man, I got plenty of challenges, but didn't win the game. But it's Team Rumble, so it doesn't really matter. Game 2, life was good, because I was fishing. Slowly bleeding to death, but still fishing. Luckily, the entire day, this was the only challenge that seemed a little glitched. I had to catch 5 fish near craggy cliffs and caught way more than that. Though teach a man to fish and he can feed himself long enough to beat challenges in a broken game that should have been out of beta months ago. Other than a few eliminations at Pleasant Park, I also have to get 15,000 shotgun damage. Yeah. 15,000. In fact, this season there were a lot of challenges that I really didn't think I was gonna get done in one day. Like 100,000 building materials? How am I supposed to do that? There were a lot of different ways to get XP during this Fortnite season, which is good for most players. But for me, doing it all in one day, oh no. We'll try our best to get it done though, even if I have to commit self-immolation in the process. Game 3, I'm dropping into solos. Honestly, sometimes it's a lot easier to do challenges here than Team Rumble. The storm doesn't move as fast, so it's easier to get challenges on the edge of the map. There's also no vehicles in Team Rumble other than boats, and boats, well, boats should be ashamed. Hello, Mr. Shark. Is shooting you a challenge? Oh, guess not. Final circle, and I'm shooting henchmen. I have to kill 80 of them for a challenge, because that's fun, right? Alright, now it's time to try to win the game with my food stamp tier guns. Just kidding, found a rare chest with a purple SMG in it, so now I have all I need. And with all my controller player might, I engaged this player in a spray battle, but this drift got me. Game 4, I tried to drop authority and grab a chopper, but about 10 other people had that idea, so now I've got a drifter. Well, this just isn't gonna work, friend. We gotta figure something out. I landed the chopper, grabbed an SMG, and then hopped back in. Well, that was just embarrassing. Thought to grab another chopper and some marauders dropped down. I definitely think Fortnite's out to get me. I tried, but I didn't have any guns, shields, ammo, or hope. Game 5, I had to catch a weapon at the Stack Shack, which is where I'm at now. But a shark had other ideas. Are these even good? I've only played 25 games. Well, let's see how good I do in this one with guns worse than the average Team Rumble bot. Some guy attacked me, but remember, the game thinks I'm terrible. So he was terrible, and I killed him. After taking down that guy and a few marauders, I had awesome loot and kept killing. Now it's a 1v1 and I skillfully used aim assist to damage the other player good. Then he dipped when he should have dapped, and I got the win! Ah, it always feels good getting a win on Elbaton. I got the win umbrella, and a bunch of other stuff, because I did challenges the whole time. I gotta say, I'm a big fan of the cars. I know this is old news, but I haven't played. Though I feel like there weren't that many car challenges for such a cool addition to the game. I would have loved more. Alright, after a long game of challenges, we're hobbling out of the storm with 8 health and 2 guns. I was able to find a supply drop, but even then, I'm still very injured. But again, thanks to aim assist, I was able to get an easy kill on the guy in the air, so now I have a chance. This is truly a rags to riches story. I had nothing about a minute ago. Now it's a 1v1 and I've got the high ground with a drum gun, but I'm also pretty low on health. Good thing I dropped out of 4th grade to pursue a career in video games because I won this one. Who needs a GED? After that certified poggers moment, I went straight back to grabbing some challenges. This time I dropped into Lazy Lake to grab some rings. I was really dreading this one. I'm going for the last ring. Things are on fire. I'm out of materials and this guy sees me. Gonna have to try again. Dropped back in game 8, got the ring and some kills. The boat time trial was really enjoyable this season. Stressful, but enjoyable. Later I was just trying to heal up in Slurpy Swamps for a challenge when I was attacked. Don't know how, but I used the charged shotgun to kill him. I'm terrible with that thing. Well, now I'm low on health, the storm's upon me, there's sharks in the water. Ah! I ran to the purple steel bridge for 1,000 XP and then died. Efficient. Game 9, I grabbed a helicopter and jumped out of it to injure myself at the orchard. An apple a day makes the broken bones go away. You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up. I actually had to fly all the way to Misty Meadows and burn down the village with my fireflies for a challenge. Then I snuck up on some gnomes for another challenge. Not much else happened, and now we're in the final circle where I got 2 unguarded supply drops. Then I used my legendary burst assault rifle to make this a 1v1. I left the loot pile there as bait, and the other guy fell right into my trap. I bursted him good, spraying my way downtown, shooting fast, don't build on that, and it's done now. I'm sorry, I'll never do that again, really. Game 10, I'm on the lookout for that juicy shark meat. I didn't mean it! Ah! Like a lot of the others, this wasn't a very eventful game, but I'll make it interesting with my commentary. I went to Caddy Corner and I
took down a henchman, shook him down, you know,
In a normal game, I would have avoided Lazy Lake at all costs, but there was a shiny purple coin there. I had to go. Everything that has happened to me, I 100% deserve. Now it's game 1+1, and I'm dropping back into Team Rumble for some more challenges. I had a challenge to get some Salty Springs chests, and no one goes there but me, so I got him easy. I did have a problem getting 7 ammo boxes, though. I don't know how I've dropped here 300 times and still don't know the ammo box spawns. Later, I went to the Authority to ride some zip lines and got kills on guys standing still. Don't you love Team Rumble? Then I got some floating rings in Wailing Wood. That's weeping now. Ah! Here you can definitely tell that I'm looking at the cheat map I found on the internet. There's also a punch card challenge to knock down 100 trees, and I'm still trying for some reason. I'm also still nowhere close to 15,000 shotgun damage. Game 12, I actually found a minigun. It's been so long, but I had no ammo, so I couldn't use it. Ah! I needed one more kill in Salty Springs, and it only matters where your feet are sitting, so I could kill this guy from super far away and still get the challenge. I totally forgot about the ammo boxes, so I spent some time frantically looking for them. Then I went for this purple coin on top of the Authority, and it just lagged so bad. And I finished this game still looking for those ammo boxes. Maybe I need 400 drops. Game 13 early on, I got some easy challenges in Pleasant Park, and then there was nothing left to live for. I survived, lived a full and happy life. Had many happy children. Just kidding! After that, there was really nothing left to do. Circle was in a bad spot, so I just left. And game 14, all I have is the footage of the end screen. Yep, see, it's over. That's all I had. Game 15, we're going back to solos, because I need some henchman-related challenges. Why the henchmen aren't in Team Rumble, I'll never know. I was able to take down the boss Ocean while wearing the Ocean skin, and she drops a chug jug. Other than that, it was pretty much identical to every other game where I go and get challenges. And hey, I never get mythic weapons this early. I have a chance to win this one too. That is until I made it to the Authority and tried to switch helicopters, which went totally wrong. Game 16 was fine, getting shot, but fine. I lucked out later on though, needed a kill in Holly Hedges, and that purple XP coin is nice. Still killing though, cause you know, I still need 15,000 shotgun damage. Unfortunately, I was attacked by a very strong default who got some shotgun damage himself. Game 17, I'm finishing up my challenges at the Fortilla. Seems like a good place to drop if I knew where I was. At this point, I'm also looking for the XP coins. I'm running out of challenges and I'm only level 74. Catching a weapon at the Stack Shack was an evil challenge and I hope Fortnite knows that I hate them for it. I still need chests at the Authority and this is pretty much my first time inside. Gonna be great. I also didn't have a shotgun, hardly any shields. I don't know what I was thinking. You know, I'm starting to think that not playing all season and then trying to do every single challenge in a single day might not work out. I'm working on that Authority chest challenge, but it's pretty much the only one I have left. I don't know what I'm gonna do after this. This brings back great memories of when my hamster Fuzz was sick. Come here, Fuzz's friend. You have information that I need. All right, now where are those enemies? Still at the Authority, game 19, looking like a noob. You can bash that air vent to get in pretty easily. Not sure why I did this, but I decided to take down the boss. She pretty much just stood there. I don't know why. There's gotta be chests in the vault, so I'm going there to try to finish up this challenge. I was making my way to the vault, but had no materials, and the turrets did what turrets do. Apparently, even if you do have materials, you can't build there, though. I'm just a waste. Then I got attacked, and even though I had 14 health, somehow didn't die. No, don't get me wrong, I totally died. Not right then. Game 20, pretty much everyone dropped Authority. I had to wait my turn to get a costume. I was able to crawl through the air ducts and grab one chest, but died and didn't finish the challenge. Thankfully, went to the same spot game 21 and was able to finish the challenge. I went over to whatever woods to get some fireflies, but was attacked by marauders. I was able to take down all the marauders and a guy shooting at me from the side. I'm pretty sure he was a bot. Yep, guys are standing in the open and shooting. I must be playing bad because this is a bot lobby. I caught some fireflies and got myself to level 76, and that's pretty much all the challenges I can do right now. Well, there is a challenge for killing 70 marauders, but I've only got 20 on the whole day. I'm not a fan of the marauders, but I do really like stink bombs, so it's sort of a compromise. This guy was definitely way better than me, but I had enough gas to take him down. I haven't played all season, but it's a shame because I really like this grenade launcher. However, I will say this, no matter how nasty the combos you can pull off with these mythic weapons, I still miss the minigun. Now I'm in the final circle with 5 kills, privileged tier guns, and the will to win one more game. Oh, and I also got 15,000 shotgun damage. I had tons of strong materials, but instead of building, I hid behind a tree. Yeah, that'll work. Game 22, I'm using the most powerful weapon in Fortnite to unlock Eternal Night, money. I always end up having to buy a few tiers at the end, and this time around we had to buy a few more, but we got her, Eternal Night. The punch card challenges definitely did me in here. It was gonna take a lot more work than I could do in one day, and that's because the last battle pass level in Fortnite isn't 100 anymore. You can go way past that. Here I'm 101. Unlike previous seasons in Fortnite, there's a lot more stuff you would have to do to unlock Eternal Night, like these blue coins. Despite not playing the whole season, I did have a lot of fun making this video, and I think next season I'll probably end up playing a little bit more. You might even see a Fortnite 100 drops from me. You know, I know you're still waiting on Salty 4, but that's the end of the video. Make sure to come back next season when I attempt this again, and hopefully don't have to spend as much money. Stay notable. Bye-bye.